Okay, and I believe we are live. We are live. Alright. Just making sure everything is okay. Moment here. Making sure everything's alright. Everything seems to be okay. Alright. Just give me a moment here, folks. Alright. I think I am ready. Alright. Okay, let's get back to it. Welcome everybody to day 6 of TMNT Shredder's Revenge. I probably realize this is probably getting a little bit tiring at this point, but I want to thank everybody who's stuck with me on this journey so far. This is something I've honestly just wanted to do because I just really love this game that much. And we are coming to the end. There's only 2 more characters left to go, including the character that I'll be playing today, which is Master Splinter. Master Splinter is a pretty unique character, I think. He's also one of the slowest characters. He's one of the 2 slowest characters alongside Donatello, but he obviously doesn't have the same reach. But he's also, his strength is he's also as strong as Raphael. He's as slow as Donatello, but strong as Raphael. And from what I've seen so far with him, after a little bit of testing, I noticed that he's actually able to finish off a Foot Clan member with double HP with just 1 combo if the combo lands correctly. I will show you how. Just a moment, just making sure everything's set. Yep, everything looks good. Okay, let's go.
Select your hero.
So yeah, Master Splinter, he's probably the least popular character in this game. Not many people like using Master Splinter at all. I rarely ever see people use Master Splinter, and when I'm in a group, when I'm in an online game, and there's 5 of us in the game, and there's only 2 characters. There's usually only 2 characters left if the 6th person who joins has the unlockable character, or if somebody in the game is already using the unlockable character. But if someone joins and they haven't beaten the game yet, and everybody else is using all the other characters aside from the unlockable character, then and only Master Splinter's left, most people won't really want to play because they'll be forced to use Master Splinter. But in my opinion, Master Splinter is not really that bad. I don't use him that often, but he's not that bad. I did test him out a few nights ago, and he really wasn't as bad as I remember him being. So let's give him a try here. See how I do with Master Splinter.
Job-breaking news.
You just gotta kinda keep your wits about you and be careful, more or less, with Master Splinter, because he is pretty slow. Yeah, see, as you can see, even though these enemies have double speed, if the final blow of Master Splinter's basic attack lands, it can actually just flat out kill Foot Clan members. So he can actually take out enemies the fastest out of everybody in the game. Even enemies with double speed, he can take them out the fastest. At least Foot Clan members. Which is very useful. Well, it's not really that surprising that he can take out enemies the fastest because he is Master Splinter. He's the one who taught the turtles after all. I would expect nothing less from the Master. I have a much easier time being Master Splinter than I do with Donatello, for example. Even though he's just as slow. Simply because he can take down enemies a lot, very fast, faster than Raphael actually, even though he has the same, they both have max power. But the thing about his final blow in his combo, the bite, it hits multiple times, but it hits really fast, so it's hard to notice. But it hits multiple times, and that's why it's able to take down Foot Clan members with just one combo, even though they have double life. I really hate these shield guys, man. Really annoying. They're pretty fast for guys carrying around big shields. But you know, if you never really thought to be Master Splinter, and you want to know what being Master Splinter is like, we're here to show you right now. I don't really use him too often myself, but he's really not that bad. I just prefer fast characters. Or medium speed. Like, for me, speed is key. Playing as the faster characters is way more fun for me versus the characters that are super strong. I don't have too much problems with Master Splinter as a character. But he's definitely the least popular pick out of all the characters. Not many people really care about Master Splinter as a character. I was actually pretty surprised that he made it as a character in this game. I did not expect that at all. When that was announced, I was like, wow, you can play as Master Splinter. And then after that, they announced that you could play as April O'Neil, and I was like, what? And at the same time they announced April O'Neil, they announced 6-player co-op. And after that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm definitely getting this game. I was sold. I expected 4-player co-op. I think everybody expected just 4-player co-op, because you know there's 4 turtles and etc. And 4-player is just standard more or less. But then when they announced that, you know, Master Splinter and April O'Neil were going to be playable, and there was going to be 6-player co-op, we were all like, wow, that's crazy. It's definitely a welcome addition in my opinion, because most games only allow 2 to 4-player co-op. That's definitely what made this game stand out, and what made it basically probably one of the most, if not the most, no, definitely the most fun game I've played in 2022. 2022 for me, 2022, there weren't that many good games. Not that many good games in 2022 for me. A lot of people like to argue that games these days are starting to become bad. There is some truth to that, but that's not all true. Not every single game is bad. But there is some truth to that. For me though, this game has definitely been the most fun game to come out last year. I just had so much fun with it. I played it almost every day whenever I could play it. It was the most fun at the beginning when there were a lot more people playing, of course, but it's still fun anyway. You can still find people online. The game is definitely not dead. Even now, I still find people playing this game. Anyone is still, you know, not sure if they want to buy this game, trust me, you won't regret it. Despite all the despite me saying that not many people play this game, the game is not dead. It's definitely not dead. There's still people who play this game. Dedicated fan base, more or less. I'm part of that fan base, as you could probably guess by now. I imagine by this point in time, this series might be getting tiring for a lot of people. But, you know, can definitely tell that some people still enjoy watching this series regardless. We've only got 2 more characters to go, including Master Splinter, so I'm definitely finishing this for sure. It's a passion project for me. This series is a passion project. But yeah, I forgot to mention another good thing about Master Splinter is he's the only one in the game that has a ranged super. As in a super that doesn't require you to hurtle your body towards enemies, and you can actually shoot something at enemies, which is basically after images of himself, which is really handy in certain situations for keeping yourself out of danger. Like right here, that's his ranged super. Oops. Basically shoots after images of himself at you. He's the only one who has a super like that works like that. Everybody else just charges. I've seen people use that super in clever ways.
Say your prayers.
It's definitely probably the most unique super in the game, as he's the only one who can do that. But yeah, he's slow, so it's kind of hard to dodge things with him. And Rocksteady being Rocksteady. And all these darn yellow ninja throwing their boomerangs everywhere. Trying to get rid of this. Look at this guy, he's just running away from me. Stop it. I really hate those yellow ninja in this fight, and they just never stop coming. They're definitely the most troubling part of this entire fight, especially when there's 4 of them.
My horns.
This fight just, for some reason, ends up being one of the most annoying fights in the game. For a lot of reasons, actually. Because of those yellow ninjas, and also because of the bombs doing 4 damage.
Out of the way, you freak joints. Mutants over Broadway.
But I'm sure for the people who have been keeping up with this series, they already know that by now. It's just a lot harder to dodge all that stuff when you're using a slower character. I also struggled quite a bit with Donatello to dodge things. But I feel like I have an easier time with using Master Splinter over Donatello. Just a little bit of an easier time. Probably because, you know, he does so much damage. He does more damage than Donatello. But yeah, Master Splinter is definitely not the most popular character. Which, I mean, that's pretty much to be expected. But he really isn't that bad. I mean, that's good for people who actually like to use him, I suppose. No matter which game they join, pretty much no one ever uses Master Splinter. You know, you gotta pay respect to the master. He's the one who taught the turtles all they know. And is their father, their surrogate father. Just the fact that he's in this game. I mean, why not? And at the end of the game, it's like, it reminds me kind of, at the end of the first live-action movie where it was actually, Master Splinter who defeated Shredder. When the Turtles were struggling so much to beat Shredder, Master Splinter had to defeat him. Fun fact, Master Shredder, Master Splinter's, how Master Splinter learned how to do the things he did, he learned from Shredder's brother, way back when he was just a rat. He learned all these moves from Shredder's older brother. And then, when he was hit with the mutagen along with the turtles, he passed on that knowledge to the turtles. And so, because Master Splinter learned all those moves from Shredder's brother, Shredder sort of sees him as a rival of sorts. I mean, my knowledge of Ninja Turtles lore is not the greatest, but I do remember that being a thing somewhat. Oops. Here I could, I've seen people in this fight with Master Splinter kind of spam his range technique from behind, and it keeps him relatively safe. So, using Master Splinter's range attack can relatively keep you safe. Well, I used it at a bad time there. But yeah, there's a lot of creative ways you could use his range super. Also, his regular super is pretty strong. does a lot of damage.
I trust I have won my hope.
I feel like in terms of strength, he probably has the best supers in terms of strength and just overall general use. Like if you want to take out enemies really fast with supers, Master Splinter is definitely a good option. Like on this mode, when enemies have double speed, Michelangelo can barely kill enemies with supers, as I showed off yesterday. But Master Splinter doesn't have that problem really. I know a lot of people probably won't really consider using him that much, but I say give him a try. You never know, you might like him. And I mean, he's there, so why not? Ugh. I really don't like these guys with the whip. They're just making a nuisance of himself so much. Still can't take those guys down in one hit though, those axe wielding guys, they have way too much health. Nor will I be able to take out Mother Mausers or the Granite Grunts or the Triceraton people, because they have way too much health. Oh, I'm in a bit of trouble here. Oh my god, am I gonna die in the same spot again? Every time I reach this area, I seem to lose a life. Oh my god, don't you dare. Am I really going to die again? Every time I reach this screen, I lose a life. I don't know why. Okay, I made it this time. I don't know why. Every time I reach that screen, no matter who I'm using, I always lose a life or come very close to losing a life. That screen is cursed, man. Come on, guys. Not cool. These little robots also have more health. But they're robots, so it makes sense. Nope. Yeah, Master Splinter is definitely not a bad thing. I definitely prefer, like if it were between him and Michelangelo, I still prefer him over Michelangelo. I did pretty okay yesterday with Michelangelo, but I still don't really prefer him as a character. No offense to anybody who likes using him. All the power to you, but he's just not for me. That jump move is just throws me off way too much. Uh-oh. Gotta watch those monkeys, man. Oh, whoops. Ground Chuck and Dirtbag.
You're gonna get the horns, partner.
As usual, against these two, I recommend going after Dirtbag first and keeping them not together so that Ground Chuck doesn't bother you too much. The nice thing is that you can kind of direct Dirtbag around when he goes underground, so you can keep him away from Ground Chuck. And then when it's just Ground Chuck, it's just all this charging around. Takes forever. But you can cheat it a little with his range super, I suppose. If you're one of those people who likes to use taunting, you can do that with Master Splinter and sort of make this go by faster. But I'm not one of those people.
I trust that I have made my hope.
Overall, he's relatively good at dispatching enemies, even without doing something like that. I believe I mentioned in one of the previous streams that you could get a trophy here if you're playing as Master Splinter when you beat the final boss of this area, because, well, you know who the final boss is, right? And what Master Splinter is, so it's kind of a jokey trophy. An ironic trophy where it's like, oh, a Rat King got beat by a giant rat that he's supposed to have control over. There's one of the ways you could use that super. Completely annihilate enemies in a line. But overall, not having too much of a hard time right now, simply because Master Splinter is so strong. And his supers are pretty versatile. He has a really strong close to range super, and then he has a range super that's also really strong, so he has a lot of bases covered. Oops. Like, that's his close range super, it's really strong. Getting close to the Mother Mousers now. There you go again. They're being dispatched relatively quickly. Ugh. We gotta be careful. Still quite slow. But it feels good to be able to take down these enemies a little bit faster, though. Really makes up for the fact that it's slow. Versus someone like April, where it does take me a little bit of time to, a little bit extra time to take them down. But she's so fast, it really makes it makes up for it. I have a lot easier time dodging their attacks. Oh. That was close. Not bad at all. And so here's the Rat King.
You're trespassing on royal grounds.
Will you be able to control my mind? Obviously not. I'm a master. I'm a Kung Fu master. You can't control a Kung Fu master's mind. Our minds are too powerful. Guess that didn't really work. Gotta wait for him to stop charging. Oh shoot. Now. Do you really think you can beat me with Kung Fu?
This is king. I trust
It's fun to do silly things like that with his range to move. Didn't even need to get near him.
More meltdown.
Not doing too bad this playthrough.
Fight on, my children.
But yeah, Master Splinter's not really as bad as I remember him being. Probably because I don't know. Probably because he's like a lot of people, I didn't really want to play as Master Splinter that much either. At first. Because, you know, he's not really the most popular character in the TMNT franchise, but he's really not that bad. I might start using him a bit more often. I just gotta be careful of his speed. He is still a bit slow. Whoa. Things have way too much HP. Guy's always managing to sneak a hit on me. You know what? Oh! I'm not even gonna try with you guys. Guys are super annoying. I kind of do wish they'd show up in more stages, though. They're actually quite challenging, simply because their idle animation can damage you, since they're swinging the ball and chain around.
Quite delicious.
That's kind of the gimmick for these guys. The fact that they only show up in this stage is really weird. They show up all over the place in this stage, but only this stage. They never show up again. And they're like the only ninjas that don't show up anywhere else. I've always found that really weird. Oops. Oh no! What the? Are you kidding me? How did that happen? How did that happen? How did that guy manage to do that? Are you kidding me? He actually managed to hit me in midair right before I touched the pizza and killed me. I can't believe he managed to do that. Wow. That is so unfair. Oh my gosh. Well, whatever. Lucky hit, man. Lucky hit. Lucky hit. That's how those things go sometimes.
Behold the might of Tempestra.
That range attack does a lot of damage, like a lot of damage. Go away, Razar. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. Stop hiding behind your... Oh, almost finished her off. Enough of that.
Beaten by turtles.
Come on now.
No.
And I'm not a turtle.
I trust I have made my hope.
Sorry, but I'm not a turtle this time. And it won't be next time either. All the turtles have already done their runs.
Roof running reptile.
These spear guys are as annoying as ever.
Take this. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
I must head towards the light.
Why? Why are you so annoying and fast? They have less HP, but they're so fast. You'd think people with spears were a little bit slower than people with fists and swords, but somehow they managed to be faster than everybody. Almost everybody. One of the fastest enemies in the game. But I feel like we're making pretty good time this playthrough. I'm curious to know what my time is going to be at the end of this. I feel like I'm making pretty good time this time around. Of course, be careful with these guys. You can't grab these guys, and they like to counterattack. You hit them while blocking, while they are blocking. Now I'm gonna let you guys land on the ground. Nope. Denied. Such a nuisance, these spear dudes. Now it's to get me anyway. I've seen some people play this game on Twitch, but I haven't seen anybody actually use Master Splinter on Twitch yet. Usually people pick Raphael, which is why I say he's like the most popular pick for people who don't know the game too well, for new players. But once you know the game, you might still like them anyway, but you have a better appreciation for the other characters as well, because you know what they're capable of. Uh-oh. Oh. Man, these guys are going crazy right now. Really hard to dodge all this stuff when I'm so slow, but you know. Bebop down.
Ow, my horns! I trust I have.
So yeah, you have to kind of be aware of that when you're using slower characters like Donatello or Master Splinter. It can be a little bit harder to dodge things.
Panic in the sky!
But that doesn't make them bad characters. They're still really good.
I sense an unfriendly encounter.
Coming up to the halfway point of the game, I believe. This is a very catchy tune. Very 80s. Shredder's theme is actually really cool too. I was not expecting that kind of theme song for Shredder's fight at all, but it's really cool. And then Super Shredder's theme kind of goes back to the traditional final boss video game background, sort of background music type feel. But Shredder himself has a really cool theme. Completely unexpected, but awesome. Not enough games do that sort of thing. Of course, I know that sort of thing might not be for everybody, but it's cool, man. It's really cool to just hear stuff like that. And the overall theme is just great, in my opinion. It's great. Doing so good, I don't even need all these pizzas. Yeah, I'm having a much easier time than I was yesterday, for example. Yesterday wasn't really all that hot for me, but I'm having a much easier time with Master Splinter simply because he does so much damage. Ah. Be careful of these guys. They like to come along and take pot shots at me while I'm dealing with the boss. And they're a lot faster with double speed. Everybody's a lot faster with double speed, so it can really throw you off. Double speed can really throw you off if you're trying it for the first time. Everything is a lot faster.
Fight on, my children.
Yeah, Master Splinter really isn't as bad as I used to think he was. Like, he really isn't.
Watch and
He's actually really good. I think I might have to change my stance on Master Splinter. I don't give him enough credit. blocking, guys. Oops. But yeah, I really don't give him enough credit. He's really not that bad. I gotta use him more often. I just gotta be careful dodging things. That's the hardest part about being Master Splinter, is dodging enemies. But the fact that he's so good at taking enemies down very fast because of his high power, and his supers are very versatile. Like, even those ranged guys that used to give me a lot of trouble with other characters, they're not really that big of a deal because I have a range attack of my own. Those guys are still annoying though. They'll always be annoying. No matter who I'm using, those guys will be annoying.
I need to focus my mind.
But yeah, that range super comes in handy quite a bit.
Quite delicious.
I think I'm definitely gonna give Master Splinter some practice, some more practice in the future. If I can get used to his speed, it might make a potential top pick for me, along with April and Leonardo. I don't know. Ooh. That came just in time. For once. That never happens. Maybe Master Splinter's lucky.
I trust my
The pizza never shows up just in time like that. That was a nice change of pace.
delicious.
But yeah. I definitely recommend everybody at least give Master Splinter a try. And don't be put off by the fact that he's Master Splinter. Overall, he's definitely not good. He's not good. He's definitely not bad. He's got the same strength as Raphael, but he's actually a little bit better, easier to use over Raphael simply because his range is, he has longer range. He's like a Raphael with better range, basically. Way better range, including his supers are a lot more versatile as well. So if you like to use Raphael, you may enjoy using Master Splinter as well. Basically a Raphael with better range. And his supers are way more versatile. He may not have a controllable death spiral, but between his dash super and his regular super, it's way more versatile and covers more ground in a more tactical way. I take down enemies relatively fast, as I've been taking down enemies quite quickly in this run, making really good time. The only thing is that it's hard to dodge certain attacks. I'm having a lot more fun than I thought I would. Mother Masters are still annoying. Still annoying. They'll never stop being annoying.
You need practice.
Oh man. Gotta be really careful here. Ah. Well, it was a good attempt. But those Mother Mousers, man. Man, that last screen right before the boss is a bit tricky because there's so many big robots everywhere.
Turtles.
Is the key.
And of course that tiny Mauser gets in the way. That's the most annoying thing. I hate those tiny Mauser in this fight, man. They get in the way every single time I try to fire the missile. They get in the way. And they always come out right as he's about to do that. No more. Get out of here.
Me now. The turtles are my friends.
Jeez.
System crash. I trust I have made my home.
Yeah. Not too bad, but those tiny Mauser make that fight so much more annoying than it needs to be.
Dinosaur stampede!
And now here come the Triceraton people. Gotta really be careful with these guys. I really don't enjoy this stage that much. I will say that doing this stage is a lot of fun with people though. It's quite the challenge. By yourself though, not so much. I mean, it's a challenge, but it's not fun. No. Stop charging. Such a pain. The enemies that charge constantly, the Triceraton people and the Granite Grunts, it's such a pain in the butt. They're always interrupting combos and just getting in the way. Aha, didn't expect that, did ya? Having that range attack makes things so much easier on this level. Because these guys like to shoot their guns.
You need practice!
That makes things so much easier. That feels so good to do that, because they're always shooting me with a gun, so it feels good to finally give them a taste of their own medicine.
I need to focus my mind.
Watch him burn.
Oh, come on, don't do that. Got through.
Glory to the Triceraton Empire.
Probably the most annoying boss in the game now. Darn it. Yeah, definitely the most annoying boss in this game now.
Oh, Triceraton. No!
He never used to be so annoying.
Trust I have made my home.
Now he's quite annoying.
Cowabunga! It won't fly!
We go from probably the most annoying boss in the game to one of the least annoying boss in the game. I'd say he's pretty underwhelming, but because he's based mainly on the Turtles in Time version of Baxter Stockman, that's probably why he's not that bad. Baxter Stockman was the first boss in that game. And he was easy then too, of course. However, his stage isn't that easy. His stage is harder than he is. Getting to him is harder than actually fighting him is. His stage is one of the more annoying stages, actually. With all the traps everywhere. Really? Oh, well, that helps. God, I'm being shot from both sides. Come on, that's not fair. Stop that. Very easy to be overwhelmed. This guy's got me good. Ah,
I feel
well, probably should have grabbed that pizza beforehand. Thought I could take him down with it. Got lucky. Okay. Really concentrate on this level, because it can be a big pain in the butt. Whoops. Enough of that. Yeah, that's one of the more trickier stages for sure. And the boss is just nothing.
I'll have my revenge!
Oops. Oh man, my timing, my jumping is off.
Curse you, you
Even though still don't have any trouble with this guy.
I trust I am.
But of course now is when the game really starts to ramp up again. That range attack is definitely going to come in handy in this level for sure. Stop throwing bombs! Stop throwing bombs, darn it! Getting in the way. Jeez. Man. Ah, dang it.
Feels strange.
Well, that prevented me from getting hit. That wasn't so bad. I gotta grab pizza.
I need to focus my mind.
Okay. Very helpful. Come on, man, come on. Let's go. There are times when the enemy will go off screen and then they won't come back. But this usually only really happens when you're playing multiplayer. It doesn't really happen when you're playing by yourself. But that has happened a few times during some of my sessions. Usually happens with the Dark Ninjas because they like to jump off screen. And then sometimes they just stand off screen where you can't reach them, or you need to use a super to reach them. Sucks when that happens.
Lord Frank's will shall be done.
Get out of here. God, get out of here. Get out of here, man. Jeez. Ah, of course. They're so annoying. Jeez. Boy, I tell ya. The granite grunts can be really annoying when they want to be. There we go.
Intruder alert.
Man.
Need practice.
Ah, I didn't mean to grab him. Oops. Threw the wrong way. There's always so much stuff happening in this fight.
Down.
It's really hard to dodge everything.
I trust I have made my home.
Cowabunga! Let's crash Shredder's party, amigos.
The lost arch enemies.
Ah, boy. Really good stuff, man. Master Splinter is definitely not as bad as I thought he was. I didn't give him enough credit.
Take this.
Oh, jeez. Oops. Ah. Ah, man. I need this.
Discipline is the key.
Made it to the pizza.
Take this. Yeah. Yeah. Go. Yeah. Take this.
Master Splinter seems to be good at stun locking Granite Grunts though, when they're not charging, when there are not multiples of them charging at him. Whoa. Oh no, use it too soon. Well, that wasn't so bad.
I'm gonna trash you mutants.
They shouldn't have made Slash so predictable. He's way too predictable. He's not that hard. Oops. Yep, time to go.
Oh, I've been trashed. Oh.
I wish he fought more like the Turtles in Time version of Slash. That Slash was nuts.
Outworld Strange Joys.
Guys, the Turtles in Time Slash would just jump all over the place, block, do all kinds of stuff. He'd be very hard to damage because he'd constantly be blocking. I enjoyed, despite the fact that I had so much trouble with him as a kid, I enjoyed that version of Slash. I enjoyed it more once I finally found out how to beat him.
Take this. Yeah.
Well, that didn't go so well. Whatever. We're gonna have a very climactic battle, Splinter versus Shredder, very soon. Master versus Master. I know I've probably been more quiet than I probably should have been in the later half of this stream, but you know, I don't know. I say I love this game, and I do, but it's not easy to come up with a bunch of things to say, despite this being day 6. I will admit it. I won't deny that. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Oh my god. I could have got the pizza. Oh my god. There was a pizza. That is so frustrating. There's a pizza right there, up there, and I could have gotten it. That stupid spike hit my foot. And I died. Bit frustrating.
I need to focus my mind.
Yeah, there's that pizza I was talking about. Whatever.
Take this.
I'm up to the end of this thing, guys. Of course, you guys get some last hits on me. You have to eat the pizza. Whatever. I don't know why I had so much trouble on the later half of that. Oh well. Yeah, this is not one of my favorite fights in the game. Requires a lot of waiting around. you'd have to wait even longer if there were more characters in here in my session. Or more people, rather. But thanks to Master Splinter's power, didn't take that long. A lot less longer than Michelangelo's probably. But now it's time for Master versus Master. How climactic is this?
The world is mine.
Of course he's... Dude, don't knock me into that pizza. Not yet. No, not you. Okay, it's that one. Oh my god. And of course I go... Looks like evil wins today. Dang. Man. Like bunching up on me. It's really hard to dodge multiple shredders when I'm this slow. Oh my god. It's really hard to dodge multiple shredders when I'm this slow. That could have gone a lot better, but not bad.
You haven't seen the last of me.
And now we head to the final level. Time to finish this.
Of the lady.
I shall rule the earth with an iron fist.
Come on, hurry up. Let's go.
Is the key.
I'm really glad they sped up this boss. This boss used to be really slow. I managed to take no damage. Nice. The master truly is the master. And I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about Master Splinter. Oh, careful now. Whoa. I'm definitely for sure this boss used to be way easier before the custom mode update. He was so much slower. But after they sped him up, it was like, wow. I remember the first time I fought Shredder after the custom mode update, I didn't even know that they sped him up until I got to him and fought him. And he was moving so much faster, it completely threw me off. I was just like, what the heck? They actually sped him up? Shredder and Super Shredder. They actually definitely feel like final bosses now. Oops. No. Oh man, that was horrible. I don't know what happened there. Yep. I don't know what happened there. I had such a good run with Lady Liberty. And now everything's just falling down. Crumbling down. Oh man. I think that's the first time I got caught by that attack during this entire series. Darn you, take that. I don't know, man. I was doing so good. Oh well.
I trust I have made my point.
And so there can only be one master. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's go ahead and skip that. And that's my playthrough of Master Splinter for TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Overall it wasn't that bad. I felt like I was making pretty good time compared to my other playthroughs actually. At least it felt that way. We'll know for sure after the credits. And I'm curious to see my time. But yeah, Master Splinter really isn't that bad. He's not that bad at all. I had fun with playing as him. I'm going to actually use him more often. I feel like I don't give him enough credit. I'm going to definitely try and use him more often than I do. I feel like I can get better with his lack of speed and do so much better. But yeah, that was not bad. That was not bad. And good. The next playthrough will be the final playthrough of this series with the unlockable character. I'm sure most people already know who it is, but I like being secretive, or I've probably already said his name before, but eh. Overall, Master Splinter is not that bad. I recommend people give him a try. I know he's probably not the most appealing character because, you know, he's Master Splinter. Nobody wants to be Master Splinter, right? But in terms of gameplay, he's actually really not that bad. He's like Raphael, but he's got better range, and his supers are much more versatile than Raphael's super. Only Raphael's spinning Cyclone super is really all that good. His other super is not that good. As his dash super, most people's dash supers will just plow through enemies. Like for example, Donatello's and Leonardo's plows through everybody. April O'Neil and Michelangelo does a combo. But if anybody touches April O'Neil or Donatello while they're doing the combo, they also die. For Raphael, it's like once he does his side super and he runs into an enemy, he doesn't do a combo, but he slams them into the ground, and it doesn't damage anybody else. It only damages that one enemy, and it can leave Raphael open because enemies can swarm him while he's doing the animation. That's what I find. That's what I find when I use Raphael. But I mean, that one spinning super that Raphael does pretty much makes up for that. And then, you know, Master Splinter, he's like Raphael, super strong, but his supers are much more versatile. Where he has a really good, like idle standing super where it does a lot of damage and it hits everybody around him, and then his range super which just plows through enemies, but since it's a range super, he doesn't actually move. He just shoots after images at people, which does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage to everybody, including bosses. A surprising amount of damage. So he may be slow, but he does quite a bit of damage, and his combo is really nice. He's the only one, in my opinion, I don't know if he's the only one, but it feels like he's the only one who can actually finish off enemies completely with double, even though they have double HP, you can finish them off completely with one combo, whereas everybody else pretty much requires 2 combos to finish off an enemy with double HP. So if you ever try to play a double HP game and you want to dispatch enemies quickly and don't mind being a bit slower, definitely give Master Splinter a try. But overall, this has been a pretty good run. I enjoyed this run. Probably more than I did the last run. The Michelangelo wasn't that bad, but I don't know, man. He's still not my favorite character. Definitely not my favorite character. I'll pick any other character over him, basically. I won't complain if I end up having to use him, but I'd much rather choose other characters. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the end of this series. I'm sure some of you are probably happy about that, as I am. Definitely, there's only one more character left to go, and I'm definitely going to see this thing through. However, I will say that as we are coming to the weekend, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream the final character until the end of the weekend, as I will be a bit busy. If I had to estimate, I would say that I'm probably going to get to the last character on Monday. I'm gonna try and get to him on Monday. One day I'll come back and we'll finish this series once and for all. And as for what's next after that, after this series, I have no clue. I'm not sure what's next after this series. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, really. I've got some games in mind, but nothing's set in stone just yet. Guess we'll just see how I feel about that. Let's see my time. 1 minute 40. Okay, that's not too bad. I can't remember if this is the fastest time I've ever gotten. I think I've done it a little bit faster with Raphael. Maybe I did it a little bit faster with Raphael. Or this might be the fastest I've done a run. Probably. But this is just about what I expected. Anyway, this is how long my runs usually go for. But yeah. Good run.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles! Shred. Let's kick some
I want to quickly thank everybody that has been keeping up with this series with me so far. The next one will definitely be the last one, as there's only one more character left, the secret unlockable character. I believe I will get to him on Monday, like I said, so I hope you guys look forward to that. And I will see you guys next time on the final day of TMNT Shredder's Revenge.